been in the game longer than me, and I just feel like if I continue to do that, then it's just gonna make me look like I'm copying them. So I'm just gonna put that on hold for now. If you would like to cop the sample that I chopped up in today's video, it is part of the DeLorean sample pack. Comes with 21 different samples. All the stems are included.
What's up, fam? Literally here in my garage doing a live stream on this new year. I have a couple, well, I have one cam right here, and then I do have another one around here somewhere. But I have to give big props to Billy Hone something. What did he say? What's his video? His channel's called Silliness with Billy, something like that. But anyway, shout out to you, Billy, out there in Atlanta, the ATL, because he's a 85-year-old, he says, producer. He looks 55 to me. I mean, he looks better than me. And he's been in the game for 50 years, and him and his wife are in the garage, and my wife isn't here. She's actually out there. Hi, love. She's doing some gardening. And so he sits in his garage like I am, and he does music stuff. So the other day I was watching, by the way, say hello, leave me a comment in the chat. I want to see if everything sounds amazing, as I'm sure it does. Let me check out the stream here. Let's see, where should I check it? On YouTube. Let's see what the YouTubes are doing. Let's see. So anyway, so as I'm trying to find here my live stream. So yeah, I was inspired by this guy who I think is amazing. There it is. Okay, so let me just hear it really quick. Yep, sounds great. Yeah, and if you hear the birdies and all that stuff, that's all part of the fun. But anyway, sounds great. So yeah, inspired by Billy Bob, let's call him, and he was doing some amazing stuff. He works on Ableton, which is nice. I work on all the DAWs, you know. And so, but yeah, leave me a comment, hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff helps the algorithm to tell YouTube and everything else that I'm alive and that you're alive. So I could show you the rest of my garage. Maybe I'll do a tour here. I have my son's surfboards up there. I have ladders that are hung. I have my workout gear that is pretty dusty, as you can tell. And then I have my drums here. You know, it's not messy. I mean, it's Christmas, so it's a little messy with Christmas stuff, but I have pretty much everything hung in the right place, and I dust in here as often as I can. Yeah, it's a music / weight room. My son's drums are gone because my beautiful son is gone back to school. So he took his drums to his apartment there at UCSB, and he plays the drums. He has them in the garage, I believe. So it's a house / room that he's renting. So yeah, big shout out to Billy Bob. I'll just call him Billy Bob, for inspiring me to do this stream here from the garage, here in my garage, here in these Hollywood Mountains. Here's my Lamborghini. I don't have a Lamborghini, but I do have a Lexus that I'm actually selling. It's got 170,000 miles, 170, so it's up there. But you know, Lexus, they run forever. 250, 300,000 miles on those Lexus machines, those Japanese machines, right? Yeah, they're amazing. It's a manual, so if you're a speed racer or you have someone in your life that wants a stick, I can even give you one free lesson, one, if you pay top dollar. And what else? It's an IS300, 2004, and I'm selling it for $8,000, give or take a dollar. So if you would like more info and a test drive, it is well maintained. I've done everything on it: brand new tires, brakes, AC, heat, whatever, brakes. Yeah, I said that. Oil change every 3,000 miles, every 3 months or so. So yeah, great shape. I want to buy a newer car. I actually want to buy a hybrid if I can afford it. My wife, Rochelle, has a hybrid, and that's been really awesome, saving gas, because I drive a lot every day. So it would be a good savings. It's not a guzzler at all, by the way. It's not, but it's not a hybrid. And so I would love an EV. You know, here's the thing. Actually, what I really want is a Land Rover, which my neighbor has. But it's like this one. It's also up in miles. And Land Rovers, unlike the Lexus, they fall apart once they hit. I think that one has 130. Once they hit over 100,000, they fall apart. Whereas these, like Volvos and Lexus, they run forever. But I love it. It's white. It looks awesome. I test drove it a few months ago. I love the car. I would love to do a trade. And I think he would get the best end of the stick on that one. But I don't know. Everybody's telling me don't do it. So I'm kind of listening to reason, although I don't want to listen. I want that car. I like it. And it's big. I want something a little bigger so I can, I don't know, put guitars and more people in there, I guess. So yeah, today I went to church. I didn't actually play, which was fine because we had a choir, a men's choir, but not like your typical men's choir. This is a lot of very rhythmic songs, a lot of rhythm and life. They're called the Men in Black. So shout out to the Men in Black out there in Costa Mesa, Christ Lutheran Church. So yeah, that was really fun to just serve and help out. I played the piano for a couple of moments there, here and there, the prayers and such. Pastor Drew did an awesome job as always. If you'd like to check out my music, leading worship, and his messages, and most of all the community called Christ Lutheran, then you can go to my website or my Instagram. I'm actually off of Instagram right now for the next month. I'm doing a dry January from Instagram and Facebook and all the rest. I'm live streaming and podcasting, but I'm not consuming. So that's been really healthy. I was getting a little too doom scrolly. And so that was a good decision I made. Let's see, as far as gear, I'm here on my MacBook Pro M1, which, I bought it right when it came out a year ago or 2 years ago. I'm going to get the M4 here as soon as we pay all our Christmas bills for my studio. This one's fine. I'm going to get an M4 iMac, probably. Maybe the Mac Mini. Although I do like the two big screens, the 27 screens, but I do like the idea of just one iMac and then adding a second screen. I think I might do that, even if it's only a 22-inch. I mean, for producing, any artistic designs, you want big screens. And so I might do the Mac Mini M4 and the basic model with 128, 124 gigs, and then go from there, which is like under $1,000, like 700, 800. And then add the two 27-inch screens and then go from there for my studio. But I'm on an M1. I have a Insta 4K 360 camera, which is nice. Just got it a couple of weeks ago. Replaced my PZA optics. I think that one was only 1080. And for this beautiful face, you want 4K. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I don't have my Ghost symbol right here, man. I got to get all my stuff out. So what am I going to do besides talk here in my garage, which is really fun for me, is I'm going to make some beats. Why not, right? I'm going to get my keyboard. I'm here on this table, by the way. I have my microphone, my awesome, what is this again? My eVoice something or the other. Podcast Pro RE320, which is always nice. See a little high pass there. So I've had this mic for, I don't know, about 10 years. It's my go-to. It's my fan favorite. So, yeah, I think I'm going to work on maybe on Ableton. I was also watching some of my old producer friend videos. One of the guys that people ask me sometimes, how did I get started in music production? Actually, nobody asked me, but I'm just talking that way. But I've obviously always played music and sing and play in church and all that beautiful stuff. But then about 10 years ago, I began to watch a guy named Chris Punsalat. Shout out to Chris out there in Vegas. His grandmother just died, I think, a few months ago. So my condolences, my dear Chris. We did speak once through Insta. I don't know if we actually spoke in person. At least we emailed back and forth. But anyway, he's the one that really, him and Pat Ryan, yeah. Is that his name? Pat Ryan out there in Miami. Let's arrange, time to arrange. And then Chris back with another video. Those two guys. And then, Sadowik and maybe those three guys were the main producers that I was just addicted to for 10,000 hours each. And that's how I became a producer, YouTube, and learning from these amazing scholars. And then in the last few years, I've learned from, I mean, all the industry standards from Timbaland and Pharrell and Dre and all the guys, and just listening a lot and practicing and making a lot of trashy beats and then making a few good ones. And my intention with that is to teach you how to make beats. I actually teach at my church/school a beat making class, which is really awesome. We work in FL. I'm actually teaching my son how to use FL because he's getting into beat making, which is fun. As a drummer, I think that'll be a good fit for him. And then I also teach production courses, how to record vocals, how to mix, how to master a track. I mean, that's beautiful stuff. I love EQing, compression, multi-band, all the different EQs, the Pultex, the LA, 2A compressor, the 1176, the Neve 1073. Just learning all of what those things do and why I use them, and especially mixing vocals. But I mean, I can mix anything, bass, drums, keys. I have a bunch of songs that I have done, mostly my own music, and then a bunch of hip-hop tracks that I've mixed for a ton of friends and people that I minister with. Shout out to Victory Outreach. Boop, boop. Ghost bell right there. Looking at my car, I just washed it. So nice. I do need to get the back window, the haze, not the stain. What do you call that? The tint on the back is messed up, so I have to change that. I have a friend that did my son's car, and so I got to go to. I think his name is Chicken. Shout out to Chicken. So I'm also going through a Scarlett, which I have out here. I have actually two Scarletts. I'm an Apollo UAD kind of guy. I don't have an X8. I have just a twin, but I think my next purchase, if I need to, would be an 8-channel aux 8. I mean Apollo. Really the twin, and I have a couple of extensions. I have the DG02, if you can believe it, and then I have a Behringer. I think it's an 8-channel also, maybe 16 channels. So I have plenty of channels. Sometimes when I'm in here and I record David's drums or my own, then I'll bust out the nicer gear and come in here and track him on drums. But I just finished a song, or I'm still finishing it, called Masterpiece. You can check out I think I put a reel. Did I put a reel on Instagram before I left Instagram? I think so. Maybe not. But I know there's a live stream on this channel. So on a song that I wrote 20 years ago, and I've been recently just listening to it again, and I was tearing up about it yesterday. I think I talked about it on the stream that I did yesterday or Friday, because I don't know, something about that song musically and the way it's arranged. Yeah, I know I arranged it and it's my song, so it's kind of weird to say I love my own songs, but I do love my songs, most of them. Yeah, I would say most of them. And I need to dust here, by the way. Speaking of garage, I don't know where my dusting towels went. I think I took them all out for some reason. I was showing my beautiful son. Oh, yeah, he hurt his knee, so I hope my dear son is feeling better from his knee injury. He was playing basketball, and I don't know. Hopefully it's not a meniscus tear. I don't know. It could be, but hopefully not, obviously. So, yeah, those are not rags to clean. This is all rags. I mean, wraps and such. Yeah, I have, I guess, a little rag here. This is more for paint, but just some, how garages are. Dust. So, yeah, I love the pastor's sermon today because he was talking about, do your Christmas ornaments point to Jesus? And I was feeling convicted because we have Santa Claus and Frosty out in our front yard. And I mean, not that that's bad, but I'm just, and having a cross or a manger, I mean, sometimes that can be a little much, but I think it's a good point. I mean, his point was bigger than actually ornaments. His point was, is your Christmas point people to Jesus? And I would say so. The way that obviously I do it is through ministry, and my wife does it through acts of service, because those are our gifts. So yesterday she wrote or sent, I don't know, like 10, 12 texts to just neighbors, family that she misses, that were neighbors of her father and mom here in Cyprus. Shout out to mom and dad in heaven. And they all, and it was all about Jesus, like I'm praying for you and I'm so thankful, and family picture and all the beautiful stuff that marks Rochelle. And then everyone was just sending back replies, just saying thank you for your comments. And then one of our neighbors, who I don't think they've been to church or they haven't done this since we've known them, in the last 10 years, I guess they've been here, maybe less, maybe 5 years. She said, "Hey Rochelle, I actually just bought a new Bible and we're going back to church, to our kids' school's church. They have like 2 little ones, so it must be like a preschool or maybe a K-8 somewhere." And so that was awesome. That's how my wife evangelizes and makes disciples. I do it through the church, and I used to do it a lot through missional local stuff. But I would say my focus is definitely the church and being a equipper of people and being a light. And then, of course, these streams and all of my devotionals and podcasts and all the stuff that I write, all of it, all the songs that I write are all pointing to first life and its ups and downs, and then pointing people to Jesus as the light of the world. It was really beautiful. A picture that Pastor Drew left me with was, he said, because he was reading out of Isaiah 59, I believe, and 60, and he was saying how Isaiah 59 talks about darkness. He says, or the passage says that the person in darkness is groping. I know it's a funny word, but it's literally saying it's reaching for the walls of this dark room. And it got me thinking about how, for me, when I am grabbing for the wrong thing, it's grabbing for fear and worry. That's what I tend to grab a hold of instead of God. And so, but then the prophet Isaiah is saying he says that God sees you, how God sees you when you are in that moment, and how painful that is, and how that's just terrible when we're in those moments of despair, or we're just reaching for the wrong things. Everybody reaches for something, right? The bottle. Some people reach for the bottle, for porn. They reach for anger. They reach for control. They reach for frustration. They reach for wealth or laziness. We all reach out, grope. Again, that word I know is funny, but we all grope for something when we're stressed and when we're in the gutter. And so the prophet there is saying that God is the one who reaches down. And so where was I going with all that? The picture that he then left us with, he said, imagine if we're all here at church. It's a big room, seats maybe 500 people, it's maybe like 200 in there at the time. And so maybe seats 300. Anyway, it was kind of half full. So, and he said, imagine if we all were in here at night and all the lights were off. And all there was on stage. We have the Advent wreath. He said, imagine if all that was on was the Jesus candle, the one in the middle. And he said, one candle would defeat the darkness. All it takes is one candle. And he says, have you ever done that at home? He says, you should do that. It was a beautiful moment. I thought, yeah, when I'm in that darkness of fear, worry, which I've been in for a long time these last few months, I have to confess, and to my shame, this happens to me here and there. And I guess the point wasn't that I reached out to God. I think the point of Isaiah 59 and 60 and the pastor's point was that God is the one who sees your pain, and he comes into and he splits the darkness. He enters the darkness through his presence, through his son, and he brings light. And all it takes is one Jesus to dispel 1 million demons, just one Christ to dispel 1 million evils. Thank God for that, right? And it's so true. I mean, one verse can change your life. One song can change your world, your perspective. One piece of hope can change your life, just as bad news can change your life, right? And so it's good, very good, to be thinking about all these things. And I'm also, by the way, here monitoring our daughters. This is kind of, I think it's all good, but they're actually up in the air right now, flying to Atlanta or Houston. I think it's Atlanta in Texas. No, excuse me. Atlanta is not in Texas. I think they're going to Houston, Texas. But because of weather, they had to land in Corpus Christi, which I don't know if it's close to Houston or not. So that's kind of a bummer that they have to do all that dog and pony show. And yeah, I think they just landed in Corpus Christi. So now they have to wait there until the weather is better in Houston. I think that's where they're going. They're going to the Passion Conference. And so, yeah, just praying for them, texting with them. It's kind of fun that you can text with them while they're up at 30,000 feet. I think they just landed, so thank you, Lord. But yeah, praying now that they can wait around, I guess, and then get to their hotel here tonight. They're 3 hours ahead, right, too? So it's maybe like 4:30, 5:30 there. So just praying for them. So excited for them to go to this conference, the Passion Conference. You know, they have amazing worship and speakers and breakout groups and all that. So I'm so proud of them for going with our church. They go to the Garden Church here they used to be in Long Beach, now they're in Huntington Beach. So shout out to the Garden and to our beautiful daughters. So yeah, I'm going to make a beat here. I wonder if I should just maybe talk here for a little longer. I do need some water. So you know what? Let me go get some water. And I'm going to leave you with this, okay? I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back with another video. I have my keyboard here, so that's always nice. Now to plug it into this thing, it's going to be interesting. I think I have. Do I have another one of these? I don't think so. Huh? Yeah, I don't. I need one of those USB-C to A blah blah. You know what I'm talking about, Willis? By the way, one of the things that I do often. I don't know where that cable went. I don't think I can plug in that keyboard. Oh, okay, so I just got a text from our daughters. They're just refueling and then going back to Houston. Okay, so that's positive, meaning the weather stuff seems to be better. They're just getting gas because they had to wait around forever, trying to, I guess, wait out the storm. But anyway, so how do I plug in that keyboard to my USB-C computer without a USB-C adapter? I don't think that's possible. How can I not have an adapter? I have like 30,000 of those adapters. You know what I'm saying? Let me find one of those 30,000 adapters. I'm going to look around. There's the drums. I have all these bags of stuff. You know how it is, right? This is a C to C, so that's not very helpful. This is no, actually this is the one my son needs for his Beats. He has these Beats, and you guys hear me? I think you can. He had these Beats headphones, and he couldn't find the charger, so I had to look everywhere. You know how it is? You're looking for something and you can't find it, and then suddenly there it is. You weren't even looking for it, but there it is. That's what just happened to me. I bet this is another one of those cables. No, this is actually what I need. Is this it? I don't think so, huh? No. I mean, this is the right cable, but I don't have a way to connect it, right? No, I need an adapter. Yeah, I need an adapter, right? Yep. Well, no, this would work. Yeah. Okay. No, this wouldn't work. Yeah, I need an adapter, not just a cable. These are great cables. I always tell everybody, my wife most of all, to have the right cable is the greatest joy of life. For any greater joy, you know what? Let me move the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Huh? That's kind of fun. Why not do that, right? That's the point of this stream. The sun might be in your eyes there a little bit, but hopefully not too much, not too bad. So there you go. This is one of my many bags of tricks. You know how you have these junk bags, but they're not junk because you know exactly. Here's a cable that my son needs. You know exactly where everything is. What I'm talking about? You know what's awesome about these bags? First, I put everything in here so I know exactly what's in these bags, including what falls out. And so when I'm looking for stuff, I'm not looking blindly. If this was somebody else's junk bag, then yes, I'd be lost. This is a cable that I thought would help us. That this is not an adapter. I have, you know how much those adapters are? Like $30 a piece. And I know I gave one to David, my son, so he has one of the adapters. Maybe they're not 30, but they're definitely not cheap. Maybe 10, 20 bucks. Now this is awesome, right? This is I think this is a reverb duplicator. Well, duplicator. So I'm going to put that on my amp there. I need a adapter or just a cable that will go. See, like I have an adapter there, right? Yeah, I do. But I'm using it for the. What am I using it for? For the computer, right? Yeah, because the Focusrite is USB. Blah blah blah. You know what I'm talking about, right? Poke your eye out. Poke your eye out. Okay, well, there goes a splitter, which is also another awesome cable. And this shirt's tag is itching me in the middle of everything. Let's see, here we go. Oof. You know how there's nothing worse than that. I hope I didn't make a hole in it. I don't think so. Hey, look, a nice 1/4-inch cable. I cannot believe I don't have another one of those. I want to play on the keyboard. I want to play. I don't want to just use loops, you know. Not against it, but I like playing my own keyboard. This feels like the wrong bag, I must confess. Now this is, yeah, okay. Put this over here, because I was looking for this the other day and it's in the wrong. Again, I know this looks like a mess, but for me, this is not a mess. I know exactly where it's happening. Okay, this one, no, this is another USB. I think this is it though. This is USB-C to USB-C, I'm pretty sure, but I believe I have in here the keyboard I'm looking for. I think this could be it. And this is another USB-C to C. What is this? This is a beautiful machine, the A10 Mini. I used to do a full-on show during the pandemic and even beyond that, or before that, I guess. Not as much. Let's see here. This cable is gold. I'm gonna keep hitting that thing. But this is RCA to USB-C. Now that's the cable, right? That you didn't usually know you had, or know you needed. I'm looking for an adapter. This is not an adapter, this is a phone for Apple Watch, which I don't use. I don't like watches. I don't like things on my arms. I used to be like an over-accessorizer. Not anymore. I'm sure that all I have now are my rings, my earrings, and my tattoos, of course. And I want to die in these. Certainly my tattoos, though. Man, I can't believe I don't have another one of those adapters, you know. I know I do, but I'm not able to find it as quickly as I thought. Hey, look at that gum. That's always a good thing. That's some water. Did I bring it? Did I leave it outside somewhere? Definitely some gum. There's water here. And I'm so bummed. Because if I unplug the Focusrite, then you can't hear my vocals. Maybe that's what I have to do. Maybe that's okay. Right? That's probably okay. That's what I'll do. Yeah. I'm wasting too much time and I want to plug. Alright, let's do it. I'm going to just use... Oh yeah, I'm going to put all this away, right? I usually have a tray with those cables, but I don't know why I can't find it. I know I gave one to David, but I have them there. But I know I have more than just one or two because of this very problem. These things are so important. Okay. Well, that was a waste of time. And where's my cup of water? I don't even know where I put my cup of water. Did I leave it inside? I thought I brought it out here. Okay, I'll be back. Well, you know what? I do want that cable now to charge my phone. Is it this one? The one I just had, now I want it. Isn't that funny? That's Murphy's Law. Is it? The minute that you don't want something, you need it. Murphy's Law. Is that right here? Yeah, here it is. No, that's not it either. Now I want that USB-C to USB-C cable. That's not it. So my phone is about to die and I want to charge it with the USB-C to USB-C that I just had here somewhere. But who knows where it is. Because now I need it. Murphy's Law. You know what? I don't give up. That's the only problem about me. Maybe that's a good thing. Okay, I found another one. Yeah, that's not it, but this orange one will suffice. Yep, USB-C to USB-C. Wow, that was. I think I'm gonna leave those bags out there so I can go back to them in a little bit and look for that cable that I need. Okay, so let's see if I can plug this in here. I don't know if I can actually. I think I can. Let's see, to my phone before it dies. There we go. There we go. Hey, it's charging. How about that? That worked. Okay. So we're back. So what I'm gonna do is unplug my microphone so I can then plug in my keyboard. Here's some water. Have some gum too. It's too cold. I don't like cold water. I'm a singer, so you know, us singers, we don't like cold water. So, okay, there goes the microphone. So I think you're gonna hear just maybe the. Okay, I think all you hear is the camera audio, which might be a little weird. Let me test it actually, see what it sounds like. It's not too bad. 1 2 1 2. Let's see here. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Just waiting a second to lag, you know. Okay, I think all you hear is the camera. Yeah. Audio, which might be a little weird. Let me test it actually, see what it sounds like. Wow, that's not bad at all. 1 2 1 2. Wow, I'm very surprised. I think I might use that instead of all this other stuff. Although I do like my microphone, but wow, that sounds pretty good. Because it has an actual microphone up there. So, I mean, you know how they all do, but this one has a pretty good one. Hey, so thank you, Insta360. How about that? Okay. I have my keyboard here, which I think I'm going to lay this water. You know how water is. It's the worst nightmare for us musicians and techies. Don't ever spill water on your keyboard, boys and girls. It's a bad situation. That don't break. Speaking of beautiful things, today, this morning, how come this is not turning on? What happened there? How come there's no power to this? Okay, there it is. Maybe it's plugged in and everything, so I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna now go to Ableton because that's what we do. Ableton Live. I'm looking at where Corpus. Okay, it's not too far, so maybe they're like half an hour away from Houston. Corpus Christi. They landed there. Our beautiful daughters to get gas, so now they're on their way to Houston soon. So anyway, so it seems like they're going to be just fine. Not that it's not a little nerve-wracking for a father to have their daughters be stranded in the middle of nowhere, but I think they'll survive. Oh, that's what that was, huh? I wonder where that is. Yeah, interesting. It's okay. Okay, so live is opening. I wanted to put this up here because of my neck's gonna kill me in a few minutes if I don't put this at the right angle. If there's anything I've learned about life is that you want to avoid pain at all costs. Nobody likes pain. You know, it's funny. Sometimes I laugh at myself. Often I do at how, I don't know, I guess naive I've been at times. Remember, I used to think that somehow I was in pain. I thought, I don't feel pain. My body is not that, I mean, maybe I did think that I was sort of like Superman. But I remember thinking, oh, I don't have pain. There's no pain that's going to bother me. I'm, I'm above pain. Wow, was I wrong? Okay. So let's see here if I can get something going here. Nope, it's not reading it. So let's see if it's going to read it here. Audio input. I don't get it. What am I doing wrong here? Why isn't it reading why isn't it reading the keyboard? Should. There's nothing. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's just I haven't maybe authorized it or I must say because I use so many DAWs sometimes I do get a little like where am there it is. Okay, this is the doesn't even show it. Okay, there it is. Oxygen. What is this? The oxygen 49. I don't see it on here. 49. Hmm, Not interesting. Why isn't it reading it? Hmm, Very interesting. Yeah, plug it back in. Yeah, I don't think it's reading it for some reason. It's not reading the 49. Yeah, I don't think it's reading it, isn't it? I'm picking it up. Hmm. Input. There's mosquitoes, by the way, around here. So euphonic. I don't know where those. I don't have any euphonic anything in here. I don't know why it's saying euphonic. I don't have any euphonics. I don't even know what a euphonics is. What kind of input is that? I don't have any MIDI called euphonic. Key station. See, it's not reading it. Huh. Audio. Audio input. I guess, yeah, 360, but that's not even. So now it's not reading isn't it reading? It's going in fine through a adapter into the computer. It should be reading it. Well, let me give you here. Let me show you what I'm doing here so you can see what's going on here. Now, in this view, can you see me still? I don't know. Okay, here we go. Now you can see me. There we go. So I'm in here. It has all these control surfaces, but I don't see the Oxygen 49. There it is, but then it doesn't show me an option. It doesn't give me the option. It says it doesn't show. Well, let's quit, cancel, don't save, and then let's start again, right? Let's see if that helps. Let's see. Keeping up with our daughters here while I'm doing this, so yeah, everything seems to be fine. Nope, it's not reading it. Oxygen 49. Yeah, somehow it's just not picking, it's not reading it. I'm trying another DAW, another program. Don't save. I don't think it's a DAW problem. I think it's a keyboard issue. This makes no sense. I'm going direct into. Yeah, see all this euphonic stuff. It's just really strange. It says euphonics, MIDI. I don't know what is that. Euphonics. I don't know if that's some sort of like bug or a virus. What is this euphonics thing? I don't have any euphonics anything. Maybe that must be the camera. That's all I can think of. And it's not picking up the refresh device list. Okay, there it is. Hey, look at that. Okay, now it read it. Okay, so if this read it, let's go back to, I mean, I guess I could use FL. Let's go back to Ableton because that's what we were trying to do. It picked it up for some reason, just suddenly. Now my neck is hurting now. It's too high. This computer. That should be just right. Hmm. Let's see. Hey, there it is. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. I don't hear anything. It's not, I don't see any MIDI coming in either, even though it did just read it there. Let's go back here. Oxygen 49. Let's see. This one does it. No. I'm going to get rid of all of these other things. I believe those must be the camera stuff. Oxygen 49. Oxygen 49. Oxygen 49. Right. And here it is as an in and as an output. I think I need an output. Sure. Output. I just don't see it. It's not even reading it. MIDI. No. No. Not picking it up. Weird. This is the actual, yeah, the actual, yeah, it's the keyboard. That's not it. Let's try it again. Unplug, plug back in. Nope. No. I'm gonna do with these buttons. See. Let's see. Let's try it again, right? Reset this thing. Nope. Okay, well, let's try back to another video, back to FL. Let me get rid of this in case it gets lost in the sauce. In case it gets mixed up with both. See, now it's not even seeing it. It was seeing it. Now it's not. Turn it on, off, on. Nope. Cable. I don't think it's a cable issue. It's unplug it. Okay, actually, it just came back. It was there. It is. Okay. So there it is. So that's good, right? Okay. This one is reading it, so that's good. Okay, well, I guess we'll go with this, right? Let's see. More plugins. Lounge. There we go. Lounge Lizard. Let's see if this comes on. There we go. There it is. Distorting. Should not be distorting. Not that loud. Interesting. It's distorting. Let's get rid of that. Should not be distorting at all. Let's just try the good old FL keys. It's distorting. I'm telling you, this computer is crappy for this M1, blah, blah, blah. It sucks. Excuse my sucking language. I don't know why. Since I'll be doing that. Okay, there it is. Okay. Okay, there we go, right? I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear that? Let's see here. You can. How about that? Oh, a mosquito. I think I may have killed it as well as killing the computer. I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear that? Let's see. Yeah, you can hear it. Great. Okay. Oh, now I can't hear it. It just went out. It must be a power issue. That's what it must be. Yeah. Somehow I'm drawing too much power, even though the computer's plugged in. It's not picking it up right away. Yeah, it must be a power issue. Huh. See, look, it's not showing it. Let's do it again. Maybe it's this cable. Try another cable, right? You never know. Getting a little tired of saying, this noise. Meaning, if this is not working, can you play the keyboard? I've had a really good day though, and weekend. A couple things on my mind that are a little kind of out there. Well, you can hear me through the microphone, yeah, camera microphone. But now, once you start getting complaining about cables, you know it's time to quit. Is this what I need? No, what do I need? I need. I'm getting a little tired of this process not being easy for not finding this good ever Uber not being Uber not working fast enough. It's also frustrating me. I'm looking for cable number 3 and I think this one. This one. You know, I just try pulling cables. It never works. Yep, let's just start doing it. It's not good. Getting frustrated. Let's just see. Let's let it keep going. Thank you. This cable doesn't work, that I might just either call it or anything always send it. So let's see if this cable fixes anything. I doubt it, but you know, could be the cable. Always start with user error, always, before you blame the computer. You know that I'm a computer scientist, I'm actually smart. I just don't act like it. And in school, I have a double degree, computer science and computer engineering. Nope, it's not there. It's not the cable. It's must be the power issue. Who knows? We saw have a big sign that said always blame the computer. It's the best sign ever. Yep. I don't know why it's not reading it. Okay. Am I gonna give up? Of course not. Am I gonna move on like I said I would? Of course not, because I'm stubborn. I should, but I'm not. I'm gonna just keep trying. That's what I do. I try it for hours straight. Okay. Okay, let's try it now. Let's just stay this right. Delete, and let's now use Lounge Wizard, which is my favorite. Lounge Lizard, I mean. Yeah, I love this. I don't know, stamp it later. Yeah, I've done that so many times, that kind of beat. Ba da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Let's go with that, right? Da da da. Let's go with that. Let's play that. Before it freaks out completely, right? Let's see here. Yeah, this keyboard is crappy. Also, I must say, I must confess, because I've dealt with this keyboard issues. That's not necessarily the computer. It's the keyboard. I must confess, that's not a computer error. That's a keyboard error. This keyboard. I think this keyboard doesn't like somehow batteries or when things are too many things are charged. Need some piano lessons. I would love that. Hey, freeze us up. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's just keyboard. That's part of the issue. I had a nice one, but I gave it to my son. So I'm so glad. But I guess we keep it. Hey, that's all I have. Let's try bar two now, right? Let's see if it lets me. This silliness. Right. What you're supposed to do, huh? Why not? Just leave it at that. What a mess. Excuse me. I'm almost done here. Yeah, getting a little tired. I'm a little sick and tired of being sick and tired. Let's see here. This is called chat. I want to add the chat. So chat. Right. Ain't that? Okay. Okay, well, that will end my attempt. It wasn't as successful as I thought. First, because I don't think anybody's here, but that's okay. That's part of the experiment. Second, because this keyboard, it's not the cable, it's the keyboard. I remember, I mean, I've had this keyboard and it worked inside just fine on this laptop, right? Yeah, just really strange. I used it last night, but now this, I wonder if it's because of the live stream, because I wasn't live streaming last night. But this keyboard has given me the same kind of problems of not being read and not playing well when I'm streaming. So I wonder if it's a streaming issue, which it could be. I have to check maybe OBS and see, because I was using it last night without streaming and it was perfect. So it must be an issue of a streaming. And then, of course, it was frustrating not finding the cable so I could do both pretty quickly. So, plus my neck's hurting me from this angle, even though I do have the computer up. But anyway, a good start. I went for what it says here, an hour and 12 minutes, so not bad. I like doing it in the garage, especially now as here comes spring, right? So January and the rest of the year. So I think I might be in here more often. Kind of breaks up the monotony of being inside. And I have two studios inside our bedroom and then my other studio. And then, of course, I have one at church and then here in the garage, here in my garage. Anyway, thank you for hanging here with me and figuring out the gear, keyboard, figuring out stuff. And yeah, it's fun just to be in here with you. Thank you. I'm going to go.